everybody, I'm Tyler Cook, Executive Chef, 33 Steaks, Booze, and Jazz. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my staples, the Steak Oscar. We didn't invent it, but it is amazing. It's been here for 7 years. We've been here for 7 years. Coincidence? I think not. And we're making this special today. It's for Jennifer's birthday. Jennifer, all the way back there in Missouri, big shout out, happy birthday, all the way from sunny California. I know you're back there in the rear with the gear, but hey, we got your back. We're gonna show you how to make a Steak Oscar for your birthday all by yourself. It's gonna be amazing. Let's go check it out. Okay guys, the first step to making an amazing Steak Oscar is the béarnaise sauce. The béarnaise sauce is a hollandaise where we add some tarragon that's been reduced in white wine and shallots. This is what you're gonna need to do. We're gonna take some shallots that are diced up, we're gonna put them in our pan. We're gonna pour a little bit of nice dry Chardonnay over the top, and then we're gonna add some tarragon. Swirl that around and let it reduce. Just a few minutes. You don't want to overcook it. You want to leave some of the wine back. This is going to actually help you cook your eggs when you're making your hollandaise sauce. All right, now that our tarragon is reducing with our white wine, we need to separate some eggs. You only need the egg yolks. We're going to use 3 egg yolks because we're only making this dinner for 2. This is what you need to do. Give your egg a little whack. Take off the top. Pull that egg gently between your fingers and let all those whites fall away. One time, we got an egg yolk. Now that we have our eggs separated, we need to get a little bit of that white wine reduction. That's what's gonna make our emulsion happen. Here's what you're gonna do. That wine and tarragon that was simmering on your stove, just take that and reserve the tarragon and shallots. Now you're gonna need those later, so don't throw them away. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish our béarnaise sauce. Take your boiling pot of water off the stove, set it on something so it doesn't melt your counter. Got your eggs in there. Then we're gonna take a little bit of that white wine reduction that we made. I'd say about 1 ounce. Go ahead and whisk that up. Start the cooking process. All right. Then blend in your butter. And just keep whisking and the magic will happen, I promise. You wonder why I have amazingly strong wrists. The idea behind a good hollandaise, when you blow on it, it'll hold it. As Emerald would say, it holds the rose. All right, so remove your hollandaise from the heat because you don't want it to break. It will separate if you leave it on the heat, and you're gonna have scrambled butter eggs. They taste good, but they look kind of gross. They're not really that great on a steak. We're gonna add the tarragon and shallots in a little bit, but right now, let's go cook a steak. We got a nice, beautiful, well-marbled 8-ounce filet mignon. We're gonna take some nice salt. We actually make our own salt around here, but kosher salt will work too. Fresh cracked pepper. Go ahead and take that. Place it right in the middle of the hot spot on the grill. That's gonna cook on the grill about 7 minutes. 3.5 minutes aside will get you between medium rare and medium, which is where most people like it. If you want a little more done, push it to 10 to 12 minutes, but if you're not a communist, you want a medium rare like all red-blooded Americans, 7 minutes, that's where you'll be at. Now that we've quartered our steak, which means we're about 1/3 of the way cooking through, we're gonna add our asparagus. Grilled asparagus is key to a Steak Oscar, but it cooks a lot faster. Here's what you're gonna do. Just take some raw asparagus right on the grill. Now remember, don't leave it on there too long or you'll have burnt asparagus. Burnt asparagus is not as good as grilled asparagus because it's burnt. Now we're gonna finish our sauce because our steak's about ready. A couple shots of Tabasco, a little bit of salt. Now be careful with the salt because if you didn't use the clarified butter or unsalted butter, this is already gonna be really salty, so go ahead and taste it. The reduced herbs from our white wine reduction, go ahead and put that in there with the shallots. Whisk it all in. We got béarnaise sauce, almost like we knew what we were doing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and plate our Steak Oscar. Start with your grilled asparagus, place that down on the plate, then take your steak, hopefully medium rare, place it across those asparagus. Then, we're gonna put that béarnaise sauce right all over that steak. We're gonna finish it off with some Dungeness crab meat. Now I recommend garnishing it with rosemary. You can get it at any supermarket, or a lot of times it's growing right out in front of your house. But to make it aromatic, you wanna liven it up a little bit. If you had smell-o-vision, that would rock. Like I said, happy birthday, Jennifer. Hey everybody, now that we showed you how to make that amazing Steak Oscar, we're gonna show you a killer cocktail to go with it. the Sazarac. Sazarac is the oldest cocktail in America. It's actually the official cocktail of New Orleans. Lisa's gonna show you how to make it. Start off with a mixing glass, fill it with ice. Sazerac was actually invented around 1820, 1830 in New Orleans. It was basically when they decided that straight whiskey doesn't taste good. We're using Michter's Rye today. Michter's is actually one of the oldest distilleries in the country. About an ounce of simple syrup. We're gonna use some Anaugusta bitters, a couple dashes, and then we're gonna do what's called a chop stir. Chop stir is gonna mix this up. It's not really going to shake it, it's gonna blend it. So now that we have all that mixed together, we're gonna go ahead and rim our cocktail glass with a little absinthe. Give that a little bit of a swirl. And for fun, just because how we do it down here at 33, we're gonna add a little fire. Just gonna caramelize that sugar. Now Lisa's gonna go ahead and pour our mixed cocktail over our flaming sugar. You can almost hear the jazz band playing in the background. Dump that sugar cube in there, give it a stir. Then we're gonna garnish it with a lemon twist. I hope you enjoy the Steak Oscar. It's one of my favorites. I know you're gonna enjoy the Sazerac. It's an amazing cocktail, especially after 3 or 4 of them. I'm Tyler Cook, this is Lisa Cook. Thanks for hanging out. 33steaksboostandjazz.com. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Happy birthday, Jen. Miss you.